Welcome back. This video is on streamlining your grade recording. What I briefly cover in this video is how to collect, organize, and record grades on your student work. This isn't really a tutorial on how to grade papers or projects faster. That's another topic. This is a video with suggestions for how to organize the grade recording process. So I really like to create very organized weekly packets for my students. They include, number one, a cover sheet with the assignments and the due dates listed clearly. Number two, a prioritizer planning chart for the week that helps my students strategically plan their productive time. Number three, daily short quizzes. Number four, daily journal prompts for in-class writing. Number five, I give them pre-printed lecture notes so students can fill them in and highlight during the lesson. That is incredibly helpful for getting them all to pay attention. Number six, I give them practice exercises. And number seven, computer lab work, which we do online. Obviously, creating these packets requires significant pre-planning, but they make class time much more productive. They keep my students organized, and they increase student learning. Also, I really cut down on passing papers out, collecting papers. It just streamlines the whole thing on a daily and weekly basis. Also, another bonus is that these all-inclusive packets are very easy to grade since all the work is present, it's sequenced, and it's pre-organized. The next step in my efficient grading process is to give students a number that corresponds to the order in which they appear on the roll sheet, which is usually alphabetical order by last name. Students are required to put their personal number next to their name on every paper or packet that they turn in. I sometimes will recruit a capable student to put the papers in numerical order every time something's turned in, and also I've gotten pretty good at putting them in order quickly. It only takes 1 or 2 minutes. If you do have a student help you, you can give that student extra credit. And this way, then when you record the grades, you don't waste time looking for each name. And I find at the end of a long day, oh my gosh, trying to record the grades when they're not already in order, it wastes so much time and leads to sometimes writing the grade in the wrong spot. Students are also encouraged to record all the grades that they receive in a personal grade tracker so they can always monitor their grade throughout the term. You can use gradetracker.com or make your own. As for the actual method of recording student grades, some teachers write them in by hand on paper grade rosters that the school usually provides, while others use online spreadsheets. Some schools require one or the other, or even require you to use a very certain specific online program. If not, choose the one that you like the best. I strongly recommend that you try Google Docs spreadsheets. These are Excel. Just go to docs.google.com and click on the big green plus sign to start a new spreadsheet. It's very user-friendly, and even if you don't know how to use Excel, it's extremely easy and it will make your life easier. For instance, if your grades are numeric, every time you enter a new grade, you can easily set up a column in the spreadsheet to automatically display each student's overall percentage in the class. This makes hand calculations obsolete and also removes much of the possibility of human error in calculating grades. You can also share the URL, the web address of the grade sheet with your students so they can see their grades and self-monitor throughout the term. But make sure the students do not have permission to edit. Also, it's not acceptable in most school districts to let students see their fellow students' grades. So you'll have to assign each student with a number in alignment with the grade expediter idea above, and list only students' numbers rather than their names. Just make sure that you retain the list that matches their names with their numbers. Another benefit is that all Google Docs are stored in a cloud, so you will not lose your precious grades. That happened to me once. You don't want that. You won't lose your grades even if your computer is lost or damaged or stolen, as it was in my case. Okay, so let's look at the study guide questions. First, you want to think about your own grading and grade recording process that you currently use. Explain that process, including the types of grading that your classes demand and when you typically grade during the day or during the week. Next, how long does it take you to grade each day or each week? How much time do you spend? Then think about what are the most difficult, frustrating, or time-consuming aspects of your grading process. and then brainstorm some ideas that could simplify the process. Where are you working harder than you need to? The whole goal is to make it easier on you and quicker so students get their feedback faster. Next, try out some of the ideas that you've come up with and tweak them. What can save you time and energy? Last, share your best ideas and the results of all your tweaking and different trials with your support group online. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me.